Hello everybody and welcome back to AJ's Side Panel. Actually, it's called The Side Panel, but who am I to nitpick? Anyway, I'm back again this week. Episode something or other. Today I'm going to review two shows. One of which I just literally got home from watching, and the other is on Netflix and it is a TV show, but it is a show you should be watching nonetheless. That one is called Sweet Tooth. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the comic book or if you have read the comic book or not, but it is irrelevant if you have or haven't. Sure, it might spoil a few things if the show continues to follow the book in the way that it does, but it will do no harm one way or another because you're probably going to forget about the ending or anything that happens in between now and say season 2 or 3 or 4 or 12 or however long it's going to take to tell the story of Sweet Tooth. Background information. Sweet Tooth is a story about a little boy born as a hybrid, half deer, half human. And when he was born, another deadly virus was also born into the world, which is out there killing people and everything. And his father takes him into hiding and raises him. Now that's the basic information that you need to know about Sweet Tooth in the show. It was based off a comic book written by Jeff Lemire. Now, Jeff Lemire is one of my favorite comic book writers, and he happens to be an artist too. His stories involve a lot of real life heartbreak. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat a lot of stuff, and he pretty much comes out with what's going on with brutal honesty, whether you like it or not. That's just how it's going to happen. Some of my favorite books that he's written is Essex County, The Underwater Welder, the Mr. Nobody, and I can't remember what else he wrote that I really like, but just off the top of my head, those are some of my favorites. My favorite being of all time is Mr. Nobody, or The Nobody. Do yourself a favor, wander around Forbidden Panel, do a search on Jeff Lemire or Sweet Tooth, find the podcast from our flagship show, the Panelcast, where I reviewed a lot of his work. And in there you can hear more in detail about how I felt about his work and what his work was about. But in the meantime, go check out the TV show Sweet Tooth, because they did a phenomenal job with it. Without giving too much away, what I can say is this. It is, with the exception of a few curse words, I don't know what you're like in your family, but it is kid-friendly. The themes that it follows are very adult, but it's still safe for kids to watch, though there may be bouts of depression and a lot of asking from them to the parents. Just be aware of that. But otherwise, they did a really great job with the show, and I'm really excited to see where season 2 takes us. That's all I can say about it. If you haven't had a chance, hop on Netflix. It's only 8 episodes long. I swear to you that if you're not paying attention, you'll watch all of them in one day. It's just that cool. So, there you have it. Sweet Tooth, 2 thumbs up. Yeah. Next up, I got home from watching The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, if you know me on a personal note, you know that I am a big fan of horror movies, and I'm a big fan of the Conjuring franchise. Going from all the Annabelles, The Conjuring, La Llorona, all the other stuff that ties in one way or another. Amityville, Exorcism of Emily Rose, all that stuff. Everything that the Warrens have done, if there's a movie of it, I've probably watched it. Now, especially when it comes to tying into the Conjureverse, as they're calling it nowadays. This movie starts off, and it doesn't let off until the end. It's they did a really good job with it. Not so high on the scare factor as it is on just the drama factor, but it can be scary at times. There are a lot of jump scares. There's a lot of, oh my god, this is creepy. Oh my god, this is scary. But there's also like scared that people in the movie aren't going to make it. And that is a different type of fear unto itself. Nothing wrong with that fear. It's just a different type of fear, and one that I also enjoy when I'm in movies or TV shows or what have you. We had the luxury of seeing it in the D box, meaning that the seats move and rotate with the movie. The D box has a tendency sometimes to blow scare scenes, like jump scare scenes, because it vibrates a little too soon or takes the shock out of you. When you're on the edge of your seat worried. This one, it did not do that, but I also feel that it was not necessary. I know that The Conjuring was also released on HBO Max at the same time. I recommend you see it one way or the other. I prefer going to go see it in the theater, only because I feel my measly $15 are going to help into the box office funds for not only the movie itself, but the theater that I'm seeing it at. I will watch it again on HBO Max and enjoy it in that way also. I am a fan of that type of formula that we are currently following. Movies in the theater and movies on TV at the same time. Though, I did find it very difficult to wait until Monday before watching the movie because I had promised a friend I would see it with them. There were many times where I was like, but it's right there. But I refrained myself and I restrained myself, and I did not see it until today. I was glad to see it. It's one of those movies where you either really want to watch it on a dark night on a couch or in a dark theater with a good friend. Preferably someone you don't mind jumping into their lap, or vice versa, during the scary parts. That's what I meant. Yeah. So, there you go. That's all I have for this show. Short, sweet. Much like, not like me, but quite the opposite. I'm a very sour person. This is the end of the fall season of TV shows. So at this point, all the good shows that you've been watching and stuff are slowly tapering off into the summer. But coming up with COVID restrictions being lifted and a lot more movies coming back to the theater, we can expect an increase in theater attendance. And I'm excited and sad for both of it. I'm excited because that means a lot of the movies that we've been waiting 2 years to watch will now finally be in the theater. Black Widow, I mean, how many times are we going to watch that trailer? Dune, the new Top Gun, etc. All the films that we were expecting to come out last year. Antlers, oh man, we were so jazzed for Antlers. We're finally actually going to get to see this year. But just the bad thing is I really hope that they keep the chair separation a thing. Oftentimes when I would go to theaters, movies before this, I would do my best to put myself in a place where I wouldn't have anybody sitting next to me. I'm agoraphobic. I don't like a lot of people around me unless I know them. So when I'm in a situation where I don't know people, it makes it uncomfortable and hard for me to enjoy the movie. Corona has been great in that it has given me the opportunity to go to the films by myself and not have to worry about anybody sitting next to me. However, with the restrictions coming up and ending soon, that may not be an option anymore. And that is something I am sad about. I'll still go see the movies, but I'm hoping that my anxiety levels will be lowered and that the people that are surrounding me in the theater have some sort of common sense or at least human decency. We shall see. These are troubling times that we're coming out of, but also have the possibility of going into. So everybody, please, while you're out there, be safe, be smart, and, just behave if you can. I'm AJ. Thanks for tuning in, and you'll catch me next week with next week's movie, which I am not going to reveal because I cannot remember. I'm old. Goodbye, everybody.